What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Let me know how we sounding. Let me know how we sounding. Let me know if the audio sounds good. Let me know if the music sounds good. Let me know if the audio sounds good. Let me know if the music sounds good, y'all. What's going on, Tommy? What's going on, Will? Yeah, I'm traded, but man, folks ain't gonna wake up early. That's what I've been shouting to y'all. I be telling people, telling a lot about, 3 a.m. But the doctor said I need 10 hours of sleep. I'm like, man, see y'all in the replay. But we here. We got people in the chat. So I got a few sites we're looking at. Price did some moves last night. We had some retracements take place last night as well. So at gold, we ended up reversing back. So we're not looking for buys today. We're still looking for sales only on gold. We're still looking for sales only on NAS100 and Q. And then we're looking for buys on GU and GJ. Now GJ is taking off still, so just gotta wait for retest. So with GJ, we're either gonna look for price to retest 217.80, 217.45, or if we could BCR hold 218.05 as support, we're gonna look for buys there. We're just waiting to see what levels can be retested, held as support. GU, same thing. We're either gonna look for price to BCR maintain 34.25 as support, or we're gonna look for a retest here at 34.05. Look for buys right here. So we are breaking back above this level, so we're going to see if this 5-minute can close right here. NAS100, we're going to let price retrace, so we're either going to look for sales here at 29.510, or if we could BCR maintain 29.350, excuse me, as resistance, we could look for sales right there. So we got a few setups we're looking at, y'all. I got a new video dropping for you later on today on YouTube as well. Make sure to be on the lookout for that. Make sure to check out the playlist. All playlists are up to date. Shout out to everybody live. Make sure to like the live and subscribe if you have not already. Did I share the live out? Okay, I did share the live out. Cool. Yes, we just broke this level, so we're going to see if we can hold this level of support right here. Got a new 5-minute about to pop up in a second. Y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop in the chat. But you already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. Shout out to everybody on the live. So look to see if we can close and hold this level of support right here. Let's see if we can hold right here. Those just joining this trade, we have not entered these trades yet. These are just trade ideas. We have not entered these trades yet. So yeah, we're just gonna keep it on GU right now. Let's see if we can close and hold this level at support. And GU is also 6B for the futures traders. So for the futures traders, GU is also 6B. It's literally the same exact market structure. The prices are damn near the exact same as well. Alright, so for the futures traders, GBPUSD is 6B. Shout out to one of the playmakers, Yaz. She put me on to that shit. But yeah, so that's the futures version of GU. Don't ask me the futures version of GJ, because I don't know that shit. But GU, that's the futures version of GU. So let's see if we can get a close right here. Let's see if we can get a close right here. All your music solid. Appreciate it. What's going on, Jordan? How you feeling, my boy? Shout out to the playmaker Jordan as well. That motherfucker been killing it with the funded accounts. I ain't gonna put your business out there, but you know what you're doing. Now that's what I'm telling you. I want it. Like when I tell people what I did to get into this trading shit, people look at me like I'm crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people. That's why I shout out everybody that be the lives, the TikTok lives, the YouTube lives, the subscribers, because people act like they want this trading shit. They don't want this trading shit. It would be nice to learn trading, right? But these motherfuckers don't want it. It'd be nice if it just fell in their lap and they knew how to do it, but folks don't be wanting it for real, for real. That's why I've been saying all these comments you see on the internet, do not let it get to you, because these are not people that are serious. These are not people that are serious. Like I tell you, that failure rate is not a failure rate, it's a quitting rate. Man, if I told y'all the shit I did to get this trading shit down, people look at me like I'm crazy. I am a little crazy though, so they ain't wrong. But you gotta want this shit for real, for real. Like I tell people all the time, I was working 2 jobs, 14, 16-hour days, 6 days a week. I could have easily been like, man, I don't got any time to learn this trading shit. I can't learn this trading shit. I have no time at all. I could have easily made that excuse, you know what I mean? But I did it. I figured that shit out. Here we are now. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if we can hold this level of support though. Let's see if we can hold this level as support. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at your charts, drop them in the chat. We're just chilling patiently, waiting to see if we can close and hold this level at support right here. And so we're going to take this buy settle. So we're either looking for buys here or we're going to look for a retest here at 3405. We're still looking at these other charts, but again, GJ's taking off without us, so we're just going to wait. But this is also why we have alerts, so we don't get to stare at the charts the whole time. And then we're letting NAS retrace as well. And then gold's got a little bit of work to do. As far as news today, I don't even know, did FOC even do anything worth talking about yesterday? I don't even know. Let me see. Yeah, FOMC didn't really do too much yesterday compared to last month's FOMC. But as far as news today, we don't have any news today. We do have an orange folder, if that counts. Usually the orange folder is a red folder, so that might change red, who knows. But there might be news at 8:30. But besides that, we got a holiday from New Zealand, and it's just simply just waiting for volume and our confirmations to be met. Y'all already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. Y'all see it scroll at the bottom of your screen. Instagram, playmaker_way. TikTok, _playmakerway_. Post daily on both pages. Shout out to everybody in the live. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna catch you to the chat in a second. Try to look at these charts really quick. Yeah, so we're gonna see if we can hold this level right here. Where you get your lines, I go over all this in Playmaker University. I go over all this in Playmaker University. Make sure you click the link in the description, click that Beacons link, and join Playmaker University. Use discount code LOCKEDIN for 25% off. That's for Playmaker University. The signal rooms, one-on-one sessions, lifetime signals, yearly signals. Everything's 25% off. Don't ask me how long the sale's gonna last. Just take advantage of it while it is on and popping. No, I'm not in GU. You'll know if I'm in a trade when I put the thing on the candles. I do this for a reason, because this is my trade idea, but you'll know I'm in a trade because I'll always put it on the candles. I put it to the right for that exact purpose, so you'll know I'm not in the setup yet. I know y'all be seeing some people online where they be doing that shit so they can pretend like once it pushes they're in it, but you'll know I'm in it when I put it on there. And then if you watch the lives, you'll see sometimes price flies without me. And I'll tell y'all, I'm not in that motherfucker. For example, GJ is doing the move I'm looking for, but I did not take this setup. Why did I not take this setup? Because it did not retest, so I did not take the setup. I did not take the setup because it did not retest. But yeah, you'll know what I'm in the trade. You'll know I'm in the trade, because I'll usually announce it, but you'll also see me slide that motherfucker on it. So right now, I'm waiting to see if we can close and hold this low at support. I'm waiting for the BCR. We broke and closed, and I'm looking for the retest to see if we can hold this low at support. Let's see what else we got. Actually, no throwback. Yeah, that's what I tell people. People would think I be capping. I'm like, just because I don't be fucking shaking my ass and performing for y'all motherfuckers does not mean I don't be doing shit behind it. That's why I be laughing at people. They're like, oh, show pay up. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers got no idea. If I start showing what I really got going on, y'all be sick to y'all stomach. You know what I mean? But that's why I tell people, like, I do. That's why I be so serious about this shit. I be blocking the trolls. By the way, those in my DMs ask me to unblock your original accounts. I'm not unblocking y'all. Y'all got blocked for a reason. I'm telling y'all, do not be playing around. Y'all be thinking this shit a game. Y'all blocked, you're blocked. Come with your burner account. I'm not unblocking y'all asses. But yeah, that's why I be kicking motherfuckers out. Cause I'm like, I do not care. I'm like, I'm not doing this shit just for money. Obviously, I'm not a fucking dumbass, and I know how business works, but this is a passion, you know what I mean? That's why I don't be charging an arm and a leg, because I actually make money trading, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you want my individual time and hours of my individual time. I'm not going to just, you know, unless I'm live or some shit, so outside the live streams, of course I'm going to charge. That's normal, you know what I mean? But that's also why I don't charge an arm and a leg, because I actually make money trading. The reason why I charge something is because I used to do hella free shit in 2022. Like, y'all met me in 2022. I used to do hella free shit. But people used to bite the hand that fed them. They used to cuss me out because I wouldn't call every signal for free. They used to get mad. I'm like, okay, so y'all getting spoiled over here. So that's why I kind of cut back on the most of the free shit I used to do, because motherfuckers don't respect free shit. People want free shit, but they don't respect you when you give them a hella free shit. People swear they want free shit, but they don't respect you when you do hella free shit, which is unfortunate, but it's just how the world works, unfortunately. So, all right, so let's see if we can hold this level of support. Let's see if we can hold this level of support. Again, if it does not hold this level of support, we're going to be looking for a retest here at 34.05, or even possibly retest at 33.90. Same thing with GJ. GJ, we're either looking for a price to BCR, maintain 218.05 as support, or retest 217.75. Let's see if we can hold right here. What's going on? What's going on? How you feeling? How you feeling? I see you up in here. What's going on, Bella? How you feeling? Yeah, but traded it for GC as a short out the lower high. That's currently supported. I noticed you didn't have a level near there. Yeah, the reason why I don't have a level mark there is because if we go look at the market structure, let's just put you back up here. Let's go look at the market structure. So you said the lower high. Again, a high. That's the thing. The internet gets confused, right? They say highs and lows, right? So they got people thinking every high and low is relevant and important. No, right? A low is not a lower low. It has to literally be a low. Has to be an actual lower low for it to be a lower low. A lower high has to be actual lower high. So if you're talking about this right here, this is not a lower high. This is not a lower high. This is a high, but that's not the lower high. Right, remember why they call it lower highs, right? And I see a bunch of TikTok videos where people get this fucked up and they got hella followers. I'm like, shit crazy. But it's literally called a lower high because this high is lower than this high, right? So we have to retrace price of steps. We have to retrace price of steps, right? We had the lower high right here. We had the lower low right here. This is the lower high. Then we had price reverse, right? We had price reverse on Friday. So this is not the lower high. This is the lower high. That's why I don't have any levels up here, because unless we break back down below here, I'm not looking for sales, right? Because let me pull out the playbook. Y'all don't got y'all's copy of the playbook. Get y'all's motherfucking copy of the playbook, y'all. Let me tell you exactly why I'm waiting for a price to break below the lower high, right? So let me break this down. And this is just market structure. This is not how I mark off the key price, though. This is just going over market structure. Let me find the book really quick. Where the fuck is it? All right, here it is. All right, so let's pull out the book. Let me get off the screen. Oh, you can still see. Okay, cool. So, like I said, the only way the uptrend come into play is if price breaks past the lower high or breaks past the lower high and turn the previous resistance level into a support, like how the green arrow shows. So we look right here. Price is right on top of this lower high and at the moment holding the level as support. So I'm not going to look for a sell unless we can BCR back below this resistance level. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I don't have a sell set up here or here, because again, this will be a high probability. If we can break back down below, we have a high probability of price pushing to the downside, just like yesterday when we broke down below that level. What happened when we broke down below that level yesterday, right? Once we broke down below that level, you see how it dumped, and then it kept on pushing, right? So that's why I'm looking for sales strictly only here. Hopefully that makes sense. This is what GJ is doing. GJ is still chilling here. So again, we're either looking for a price to BCR, hold this level of support, or we're looking for a retest right here. just gotta get used to it. I've always been a night owl though. I've always been a night owl. Like I had to adjust my schedule just to learn how to trade. Cause I used to work all the time. That's why I'm saying like I'm just used to it, so it kind of worked out for me. Like I used to work graveyard shifts, all types of shit. Like I used to be one of the motherfuckers sitting watching all the security cameras at night. So I used to always work graveyard shit because it was up at night. So I used to be like, man, why am I up all night doing nothing? I was like, man, I could make some motherfucking money. So I started working graveyard shifts and shit. So I used to always work like during the day and then graveyard shifts, but then I changed it to from graveyard shifts to working throughout the day and then at night. And then yeah, so I've always been a night owl. Like even on the weekends, I still be like I'll catch up on sleep on the weekends, but I still be up like early in the morning, like it's a regular day, even on the weekends. But you do get used to it, and I'll tell you one thing for sure: you definitely don't need 8 hours of sleep, right? Like I'll be running off of like throughout the week like 4 hours of sleep consecutively. I might take like a 2-hour nap, but you just gotta get used to it. Get you some coffee, get you some tea, splash some water in your face. You just gotta get used to it. But like I said, I also don't be at my desk like this. I just do this for the lives. But like after I end the live, I'll be back in bed chilling. You know what I mean? I might be editing some videos. I might be watching some anime or some shit. I might go work out. That's why I set the alerts, right? Because I know what my game plan is. I know what my trade ideas are. I know how much I'm risking per trade. I know what my trading plan is. So all I gotta do is just wait for price to do what price is gonna do. You know what I mean? So that's why I set the alerts. So then as soon as price hits one of my levels, I get a text. Then that's gonna hop back onto the charts. Just like in New York session. Like New York session, after I do the New York price watch list, I'm not at my computer. Right? Like after I do the New York price watch list, I'm not at my computer. Right? That's why like all the screenshots you be seeing. This is not today's date, by the way, so hopefully nobody starts jumping. But that's why like all these screenshots y'all be seeing, like these be from my phone. Like I literally be out and about or in the bed chilling when I'm taking trades and taking setups and shit. Like I'm literally only on my computer when I do live streams, one-on-one sessions, or if I'm making videos. Right, that's the only time really on my computer. But like besides that, like majority of these trades I'm taking on my phone or off my computer desk. I mean, away from my computer desk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to feel like it's like all these screenshots, like all these updates and shit. I literally be just on my phone, out and about, doing my thing. You know, that's the beautiful thing about trading, right? Like, it's not supposed to be a work from home job. Like, you see these videos where they be sitting there, they do that for content. You gotta realize all this shit you see with these people be staring at the charts for hours. They be watching the trade play out. They do that shit for content, right? Like, motherfuckers that really be trading, they don't be doing that shit. They go about their day. You know what I mean? So G is still chilling right here. GJ's might do a retest. So again, we just gotta wait. There is no rush. You should never be in a rush to take a trade. You should never be in a rush to take a trade. Because again, price does not move on your time. Price moves on its time. So that's why you just want to wait and watch price show you when it's ready to do the move, or show you when it's potentially ready to do the move. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to those that was in the TikTok live yesterday or any of the lives this week. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screen. Instagram, Playmaker_Way. TikTok, _Playmaker_Way_. Post daily on both pages. Make sure to like the live and subscribe as well. We just hit 6,400 subscribers. Let's get to 6,500. Excuse me. Let's get to 6,500. Got a new video dropping for y'all later on today. And if y'all got any questions, drop in the chat and I got y'all. Let me see what y'all talking about. That's like what I have, and I'm using that to help out with the intro for sales. That's what's up. Yeah, but that's why I'm only looking for sales right here. Because again, If there's A plus setups, that means there's gotta be B setups, C setups, D setups, F setups, E setups. If you know, you know. So that's why I only want to trade A setups. You know what I mean? Because if there's an A plus setup, that means there's gotta be B setups, D setups, D plus, D minus. So that's why we always consistently average 80 to 90% win rate as well. Because I try my best. Sometimes I might take a B setup if there's no other setups, but for the most part, I'm taking only A setups. You know what I mean? And sometimes that means I'm just got to miss a few moves, few pips, few candles, but that's okay. Because like I tell people all the time, you're always missing candles, you're always missing setups. When I was Sunday's a perfect example, right? If y'all was in the free room, first link in the description, join the free room. When I tell y'all folks about GJ, I told y'all I was looking for GJ buys Sunday night. I woke up London session ready to catch some GJ buys. What happened Monday, y'all? GJ took off without your boy. It is what it is. It happens. You know what I mean? When you're asleep, you're missing setups. When you're in a trade, you're missing setups. When you're done for the day, you're missing setups, right? The goal is not to catch every candlestick or point or pip or every setup, right? The goal is to make sure the setups you do catch are good setups. You know what I'm saying? It took me a little bit longer than it should have to learn that, but hey, sometimes you gotta learn the hard way. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta learn the hard way. Let's see what this next 15 looks like. But yeah, it's rejecting. So again, we're either looking for price to BCR, hold this level as support, or retest this level right here. We do got a few setups though. We do got a few potential setups today. That's the thing, combining it with working out, the more I am, the more I learn, the better I am. Still new. How do you set up coaching? So just click the link in the bio. You click any of the links in the description. Let me go to my YouTube so I'm not just saying shit. Hold on one second. Let me walk you through it real quick. So if you go into the description, right, you either book a one-on-one, so you see how it says book a one-on-one session, or Playmaker University. They're all the same link, right? So you just click that beacons link, right? This is gonna pop up. Oops, you can't see that. It's on my other screen. Slide that over. All right, so we click the beacons link. This is gonna pop up. If you're talking about coaching, depends. Well, there's one-on-one session, right? So one-on-one sessions, you get one session a week. You get access to the Signal Room as well. Each session is 1 hour long, so that's 4 sessions a month. It's a monthly subscription. It's 4 sessions a month, 1 session a week. Each one's an hour long, recorded since the same day. Those are yours to keep for life. And then you also get access to student member group chat. Now, if you want my books for free, as well as my full strategy and video format, lifetime analysis, lifetime day trading plans and trade ideas, access to the group chat, join Playmaker University, right? It's a one-time payment. And like I said, everything it says right here is what you get, right? Everything it says right here is what you get. Now, you don't get this with this, right? If you did, it'll say it. Because I get a lot of people that ask, like, do you get this with this? I'm like, no, right? These two are separate, right? But make sure you use discount code locked in for 25% off. So it's just like any other place. Before you purchase, put that discount code in, so you get 25% off. And some of y'all did not set up your one-on-one sessions for this week, so hopefully y'all ain't forget. But some of y'all did it. Shout out to the Playmakers, though. Shout out to the Playmakers. So make sure to sign up for y'all's one-on-one sessions, because I ain't going to remind y'all, folks. I'm just going to be like, hey, maybe you busy this week. But y'all got to set up y'all sessions every week. Alright, new 15 just popped up. So with NAS, we're going to look to see if we can retest and hold 29.510 as resistance. And then GU, we see is rejecting. This is why we want to wait for the BCR, right? Because we would have got excited entering off this trade. Look, we'd be an unnecessary drawdown right now, and a potential risk of getting our stop loss hit for no reason. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I always say there's no rush to take a setup. There's no rush to take a setup. And we're also going to look to see if GJ can retest and hold this level of support right here. So we got a few setups we're looking at. Waiting for GJ, yep. Yep, I got my eyes on GJ also. Am I in GU? No, you asked that already. Am I on GU? I was on GU, but I'm not in GU. Right, this is GU. So let me put it on the screen so y'all can see what we got going on. Let me do it like TikTok. Because it's just showing the whoops, that's the wrong thing. Let me hold on a sec. I was like, what the fuck is that? Hold on a second. I was like, that is not what we was looking for. But yeah, this is G right here. So again, this is why I do not like breakout trading, and this is why y'all see I be waiting, because sometimes y'all be like, damn, like it's looking good. I'm like, fuck what it look like. What's it doing? You know what I'm saying? Because like I tell people all the time, I'd have if I did like what a majority of people do on the internet, I'd have like a 30% win rate as well. But the reason why I don't is because I literally will wait. I literally will wait for price to show me that it's ready to do the move I'm looking for. And that's how I avoid a lot of these losses and fake outs and shit people talk about online. So this is GJ right here. So I put this on the screen. This is GJ right here. I'm saying free YouTube like we're not on fucking YouTube, but it is what it is. This is GBPJPY right here. This is G right here. This is gold. And then this is NAS100. This is NAS100. So let's put a line here. Fuck it. Alright, so we're about to see who can hold this level right here. And then we're looking for a retest on GJ right here. Yeah, we're just gonna let gold do its thing for right now. My bad, I didn't know I still had you on the screen. Supply demand is the same thing as support resistance? No, it is not the same thing. Supply demand, you're late to the party. Supply demand, you're late to the party. Let me explain. This is a good question. Okay. Support resistance is where price reacts, whether it rejects or respects. That is what support resistance is. Supply and demand is after price breaks the support resistance level. So instead of entering off the support level, they'll tell you to enter here. So they'll tell you to enter here and then put your stop loss on the support level, and then they get shocked or surprised when their stop loss hits the support level and they call that their stop loss getting hunted. Right? So you look at the supply demand video, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. You'll see the support level, and they will never enter on the support. They enter after price broke past the support, and then they'll put their stop loss on the support level, and then they're mind blown when the stop loss gets hit. Right? Same thing with resistance, right? Instead of putting their setup on the resistance level, they enter after price rejects off the resistance level, and then they put their stop loss on the resistance level. So not only are you missing out on a bunch of pips and points, but you have a shitty stop loss, and you fuck up your RR. There's a lot of shit into it, but yeah, supply demand, support resistance is different. That's the difference between the two. Support resistance is more precise. Supply demand is later to the party. So now it's hit this level. Let's see if we can hold this level as resistance. GJ's about to retest this level as well. So we might get some action in a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. We might get some action in a little bit. New 5 minute just popped up. Yeah, you did the forever membership. Yeah. I was chopping up with you on TikTok. Okay. I knew Bella sounded familiar. Yeah. You're on the lifetime. So yeah, with the Playmare University, you get, not only do I teach you how to fish, but every day I show you where to cast that line at. So not only do you learn my full strategy, get all the books for free, but you also, every day I guide you on good settings to look at, prices, look for entries, X's on, all that good shit. right, let's see if we can hold this level of support right here. Let's see if we could hold this level at support. Yeah, but I hit you back in the group chat, so if you got questions, you could just DM me. Cause I hit you back in the group chat. I don't know if you saw my response to you, but just DM me and I got you. All right, so you see I have that alert. So I just got a text on my phone, and literally on my screens I get an alert. So let's say I'm chilling, I'm looking at okay, GJ just hit my level. Click, boom, right to the business. Right to the business. Okay, I don't know why the fuck I'm on the hour time frame. Okay, there we go. Right, we're right back to business. You see what I mean? I get a text on my phone too. So we're going to look for NAS to BCR, hold this level as resistance, and we're going to look to see if we can hold this level as support. Alright. Let's see if we can hold this level as support. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When looking at your charts, drop in the chat. But you already know the drill. Yeah, I like this setup right here. Let's see how this closes. Got a new 5 minute about to pop up in a little bit. So again, if GJ can maintain 217.75 as support, we're gonna look for a buy setup here. NAS, I want to see if we could close below and hold 29,500 as resistance. And then let's put GU back up really quick. Oh, I just fucked up. Whoops. I'm just moving too quick. I done fucked up my level. I'm just gonna have to fix it later. Fuck it. I'm gonna fix that shit later. They need to fix the back button on the TradingView app though, because the back button on the website be coming in clutch. I ain't going cap. Be coming in clutch. All right, so we got the retest right here. So now we're gonna look to see if we can hold this level of support. I'm gonna cut you to the chat in a second. Just bear with me, y'all. Just bear with me. And I see your message, Bella. I'm gonna respond to that in a second as well. Let's see what we got. All right, cool. I just hit you back, bro. I just hit you back. Alright, so scratch that first message. Scratch that first message. I'm about to Alright, cool. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, y'all. Y'all see it scroll at the bottom of y'all screen. Instagram playmaker_weight, TikTok _playmaker_weight_. So NAS is rejected this level, so we're gonna look to see if we can look for sales here going into this next 15. GU's retest, we're gonna see if we can look for buys at 3405. GJ's right here, gonna look to see if we can hold this level support, look for buys at 217.75. So we got a few sets we're looking at, y'all. We got a few sets we're looking at. We got a few sets we're looking at right here. That's a nice rejection right there. Yeah, I like this right here. I like this right here. I like this right here. Let's see how this candle closes, though. Let's see how this candle closes. I like GJ here as well. So I'm liking GJ. I'm liking NAS right here. Let's see what this next 15 looks like. What's going on, Trevor? How you feeling? Peace. What's going on? What's going on? GJ will continue going down. Let me be for real. Check out GBPUSD will push down as well. Alright, so I'm just gonna ban you. Okay? I'm just gonna ban you. Alright. I'm just gonna ban you. Go for sales. Is it retracing right now? Yes. I'm not talking about what it's doing at this moment within the 30 seconds. I'm talking about what it's doing overall. Okay, that's why a lot of y'all be getting fucked up. Y'all be thinking about short term instead of long term. Alright, so I'm just gonna block you. It's all good. So you can do what you do. I'm gonna do what I do. Alright, you can do what you do. I'm gonna do what I do. So NAS is dropping. I like this GJ setup right here as well. So let me get back to business. Hold on one second, man. Yeah, I like this GJ setup here. I like this NAS setup. So I'm about to hop in both of these motherfuckers. Yeah, I like GJ and NAS right here. Like, I don't get why people do that. Like, if you know so much about trading and you're such a profitable trader, why are you going into another person's live? That's what I don't get. Like, y'all see this all the time. These people will argue with me, and then when I prove them wrong or I say some shit, then they're like, "Oh, well, I make 10K a month. Then why the fuck are you in here?" If you're such a profitable, like, y'all will never see me in a live stream arguing with these other traders. I just let them do their thing. You will never see me in a live argue with these motherfucking traders. Like, I don't get it. Like, y'all just want to argue with people. Like, I don't know what's wrong with y'all internet motherfuckers, but I don't argue with people in real life. Alright, I'll beat the fuck out. Let's just keep it pushing. Let's keep it pushing. Shout out to everybody alive. Shout out to everybody alive. Hold on 1 second, though. Hold on 1 second. Like, leave me be. Leave me be. Like, the day y'all see me in people's comments and live streams harassing other traders, block me. Let me be wrong and do my thing. Let me be wrong and do my thing. I don't care. Alright, so let's see if we can hold this little bit of support. Let's see if we can hold this little bit of support right here. Gold is like trying to push down. Give me 1 second, I gotta type these TPs up. Give me 1 second, give me 1 second. And it is like a comment because, like, even like the trade yesterday, like, we was in drawdown on NAS, we took a like you have to understand, like, I say it all the time, losing is not why people are unprofitable trading, right? Losing is not why people fail and quit trading, right? You're going to lose trades. You're going to lose trades. Like, I lose trades all the time. Like, losing does not stop you from making money, right? It's the size of the losers and the size of the winners that stop you from making money, right? Like, yes, we average 80 to 90% win rate on a weekly, monthly, and quarterly basis, but you can literally have I say it all the time. If you follow me on TikTok and Instagram, I say it all the time. You can literally have a 30 to 50% win rate and still be profitable. All right, so that's why I don't really give a fuck. When I lose a trade or win a trade, I don't give a fuck, right? Because I know at the end of the week, end of the month, my winners are always going to cancel out my losses, and my wins will cushion the future losses. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's investing. It's investing. All right. Like, right now, we're in drawdown. Prices rejected hard like a motherfucker. We might have our stop loss get hit because price is reversing hard. It is what the fuck it is. It is what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the game. And the sooner y'all build that muscle and realize losses and drawdowns are part of the game but won't stop you from making money long term, the more success you're going to see in this trading shit. That's what fucks people up, right? It's not a loss that fucks people, it's how people handle a loss. You see what I'm saying? Because it's not one trade that blows accounts. Unless you risk 90% of your account in one trade, it's never one trade that blows accounts. You see what I'm saying? It's multiple losses that blow accounts. And most of the time it's when people take multiple losses in one day where people blow accounts. Like, aside from funded accounts, I have not blown any of my live accounts in the past 3 going on 4 years. Like, besides funded accounts, I have not blown any of my live personal accounts 3 years straight going. Why? Because, again, I'm sticking to the game plan. I don't over leverage. My wins are bigger than my losers, and I can handle a loss and go about my day. Like, I watch the lives. We lose trades, we win trades. That's part of the game. But yeah, I don't like that bad juju shit over here, so that's why I get a block body. But let me type this shit in real quick. Give me 1 second. So we just hit TP1 on GJ. So we're in drawdown on NAS, but we're in profit on GJ. Shout out to everybody on the live. Shout out to everybody on the live. Speaking of winners being bigger than your losers, make sure to check out this video right here. Yeah, make sure to check out this video right here. Where is it? Here we go. I'm about to pull back the NAS up in a second as well. Just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm still thrown off how YouTube has like a whole DM thing. Like I don't know when that was an update. But I'm responding to y'all's DMs right now. So yeah. So GJ's pushing, NAS is pushing as well, so we might have our stop loss hit on NAS, but yeah, so that's why I blocked Buddy, right? Because he said GU's dumping, GJ's dumping. What are they doing? That's why I blocked Buddy. Because what the fuck are you talking about? That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying you gotta block out the noise. These motherfuckers on the internet, they want you to be in their position. It's a crab in the bucket mentality. He said GU and GJ are dumping, bro. What are you doing? And yet they're both pushing. They're both pushing as we speak. That's why I blocked them. Right now, if he would have said NAS is gonna push or some shit, okay, cool, you be right. But he didn't say shit about NAS. Right? He said GU and GJ are gonna dump, bro. Why are you going for buys? And yet both of them pushing up. That's what I'm telling you. These people be chasing price. I was about to say you gotta use the bigger time frames. You gotta use the bigger time frames. Gotta use the bigger time frames. Now we can talk about what's going on with NAS100 as well. So let's go ahead and pull up NAS100. I didn't even know you were still on the screen. Let's pull up NAS100 and talk about it, right? Okay. So we went over this in the TikTok live yesterday. We'll probably go over it in today's TikTok live as well. We had the lower high, lower low. Then we reversed. Again, the only way the ultra will come into play is if it does like how the green arrow shows, right? So we broke and closed, but off the retest, we failed to hold that support, which is why this week, if you're in the free room, first link in the description, if you're in the free room, what did I say at the beginning of the week we were looking for all week? NAS100 sales, right? So that's why Monday, Tuesday, yesterday we were for sales. Monday, Tuesday, yesterday, right? So we broke the low, but we rejected. So we're retracing right now, right? So that's kind of why price is pushing hard right now, because we're in the middle of a retracement. We're still in a downtrend, but we're in the middle of a retracement right now. So we're kind of getting caught in the retracement still. But we're still going to hold to SLR TP gets hit. We're still gonna hold the SOTP gets hit, but that's what's going on with NAS100 right now. Now we go look at the daily time frame on GU and GJ. That's why I had to block that goofy goober, because what the fuck are you talking about? That's why I've been telling y'all folks, like, these people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. What about the daily time frame on GJ screams sell? What about the daily time frame on GU screams sell? That's what I'm telling y'all. This is why you gotta use the bigger time frames. This is why I use the bigger time frames. So we barely missed TP2 on GJ. Let's see if we can keep on pushing. And like I said, we're gonna hold this to SOTP gets hit, like always. And let's see how this plays out right here. Now this thing's been pushing as well, because again, if you watch the Sunday chart analysis, I told you at the beginning of the week was looking for a GJ buys. And when we go to GJ at the beginning of the week, right, this is what prices look like at the beginning of the week, right? This was Friday. So why did I say we're looking for buys at the beginning of the week, right? Because again, the market structure, right? The market structure is all about market structure. All about market structure. We retrace prices steps, right? Before all this funkiness took place, right? Before all this funkiness took place, what do we see going on right here? We see higher lows and higher highs, right? We see we're in an uptrend, right? We see higher lows and higher highs, right? This is the higher high right here. This is the higher low right here. All right, so let's go to the rules of the uptrend. And if you got any questions, drop them in the chat and I got you. Let's go to the rules of the uptrend. Where the fuck we at? Here we go. We have to respect the support level the higher low is resting on. So then we had this reversal take place right here. All right. Then it says right here, rejection reversals happen, but a reversal does not always mean the trend is going to change. As long as price does not turn the support level into resistance and or make a lower low, we are still in an uptrend and still looking for buys. All right, so we broke this level, so now we got to wait for the BCR. This is the breaking close, so now we got to wait for the retest. Right? So here's the retest. We held it as resistance, which is why we was looking for sales, but then we failed to make a new lower low here. As you can see, we broke back above the initial support level. Again, this was Monday, June 29th, right? That's why last week we went for buys as well. This was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? So we clearly not only made a new higher high, but we also broke back above the support level right here, right? So now we have a new higher high, we have a new higher low. So that's why at the beginning of the week, I said I was looking for GJ buys. And that's why what did price do Monday? Boom. What did price do Tuesday? Made a higher low. What did price do Wednesday? Made a new higher high, right? So this is the new higher low, and we made a new higher high. So that's why we're looking for buys, because we're in an uptrend. Now, granted, there is one thing to note. We have not been this high since like 2006, right? Which is why price was struggling when we go back to the present time here, right? Because we look right here. And again, that's why I tell you, there's no coincidence. Look how this resistance level is now support level, right? But why was price rejecting right here? Because you can see, again, it's a strong resistance level, like it was in 2006. So again, that's why I tell you, is this a big ass coincidence that in 2006 price rejected at this level, and then 20 years later, price rejects at the same level and turns the same level into support, right? That's what I'm telling you. This is not Twitter posting Trump. That's what, because was Trump in office in 2006, right? So how the hell, we got to explain this, right? The buyers and sellers cannot logically be the explanation for why price is reacting the way it's reacting. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say it's all just market structure. It's all just about market structure. New 15 just popped up though. Let's see if NAS is going to push back down or hit our stop loss. And let's take a look at GJ really quick. So we're still chilling at TP1 right here. But yeah, so that's what's going on. So that's why I said we're looking for buys at the beginning of the week on GJ. That's why I said we're looking for sales at the beginning of the week on NAS. And we went over gold earlier. That's why I said we're looking for sales on gold. But yeah, but as far as gold right now, we're kind of just chilling right now. You said check your USD. Yeah, we can take a look at that. We can take a look at that. Yeah, so I don't like Euro USD. It's technically in the uptrend, but I don't like it. It's low volume. It's kind of choppy right now. I wouldn't really trade it personally. But if I was to take a trade, I'd look for possible buys, but I don't really like it market structure wise. All right, because we had lower highs, lower low, then we had the lower high. All right, so we had to retrace prices steps. So again, y'all get y'all's motherfucking copy of the playbook. Right, we had the lower high right here. We had the lower low right here. Right. So let's go to the rules of the downtrend. Let's go to the rules of the downtrend. The only way the uptrend will come into play is if it does like how the green arrow shows, right? So, price broke above. Here comes the retest. So we're holding this level as support, but it's a little, unless we have a little more volume, it's a little too early to go for buys. Technically, we are holding this level as support, but all it takes is some volume to the downside for us to be back looking for sells, right? So I'd not look for buys yet, but depending on how price plays out today, then I'll possibly look for buys tomorrow. So I'd personally let this marinate for the day. That's me personally. I wouldn't really trade that right now. That's me personally. So yeah, NAS is rejecting like a motherfucker, but we're still gonna hold to SRTP gets hit. But yeah, that's what's going on with Euro USD right now. Anything correlated pairs, they both have the Great British Pound, but it's the GU is the Great British Pound over the US dollar. GBP is the Great British Pound over the Japanese yen. So they both share the GBP currency. But you still want to treat every chart different, right? You still want to do your bias and see what the hell's going on market structure wise. Because again, we go into the negative chart. We look at GJ, and we go to the negative chart, look at GU. We're going to see similarities, but we're also going to see some differences, right? We're going to see some similarities, but also differences, right? So you never want to like just trade one and be like, okay, this one's going up, so I'm going to go for buys on this one as well, right? You still want to make your decision based on the market structure. I used to make the mistake all the time as well, and then, you know, sometimes I had to pay for it, so that's why I stopped doing that shit. Like back in the day, now obviously you can't do it as much as it used to, but like back in like 2023, 2022, NAS, US30, and SPX used to move the exact same way to the T, right? Same thing with GBPJPY. Some of y'all don't even know what GBPJPY is, as well as EUSDX. I used to trade all of those, and when they would all dump, they'd all dump. When they all pump, they would all pump. But as like the year went on, I realized that's not always the case. So now I just look at every chart individually. But there are similarities and differences on both the smaller time frames and bigger time frames. But you should still always, you know, do a full analysis of each chart and treat them differently. So we're still chilling at this level. Again, there is no news today, so we're still just waiting for volume and our confirmation to be met. And we also have some big ass moves happen this week. So we're gonna see what price is going to do into New York session. So again, if you do not take a setup between now and 6 a.m., just wait for 8 o'clock, 9:30 New York open. But yeah, we're gonna see how these play out. So we're in drawdown on NAS. We hit TP1 on GJ. But we're still going to hold these SRTP gets hit. Again, with GU, we're either looking for price to retest 34.5 as support, or we're going to look for a BCR at 34.25. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. I mean, you wasn't alive yesterday. You saw what NAS did yesterday. You know what I mean? If y'all didn't watch yesterday's live, definitely watch yesterday's live, right? Because we went for a sell here, we took a L, entered here, this motherfucker dumped, and then the same sell setup we took a L on London session played out New York session, right? So that's another thing, right? You can know what price is going to do, but that doesn't mean it's going to do it at that exact moment, right? Because clearly It didn't do a London session, but New York session, it did the move I was looking for. Right, so was I wrong to go for sales here? No, it just wasn't ready to do the move yet. You know what I mean? We're gonna be on for a little bit longer though. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer. Y'all got any questions? Drop in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop in the chat. Shout out to everybody live. Shout out to everybody live. Shout out everybody in the live. But yeah, I just gotta build the muscle, right? Drawdowns are part of the game, SLs are part of the game, TPs are part of the game, wins are part of the game, losses are part of the game. Just as I was gonna say. Yeah, definitely check out yesterday's live. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer though. See if they're gonna hit stop loss or try to push back below or some shit. Like the only con to having a high win rate strategy is sometimes drawdown and losses will bother you more than usual because you'll be like you'll win like 4 trades in a row, and then that one loss will knock the wind out of you. But you gotta remember, like, hey, I just won 4 out of 5 trades. That's not even terrible. You know what I mean? That's why I say you gotta keep it long term because it's the short term shit that fucks people up. Like I say, losing trades is not why people blow accounts, right? It's how people react to a loss and what they do after a loss that causes people to blow accounts. Yeah, gold's still pushing. So yeah, so gold's still pushing. So that's why I'm only gonna look for sales right here. But you know, we're gonna visit gold and NAS again, New York session for sure. See what's going on. Same thing with GU. Again, GU did a big move last night. Took off New York, Tokyo session as soon as market opened. Did a push. Then did a push at 1 a.m. So, you know, doing what they're doing right now is nothing crazy. Like I say, it's very rare that all, like what GJ did Sunday night and Monday, that's not the regular, right? It's very rare that all 3 sessions fly or dump non-stop, right? Usually at least one out of 3 sessions, you're gonna see some low volume or some retracements or some shit. At least 1 out of the 3 sessions, you know what I'm saying? G's just retesting, G's still chilling right here. Nah, still chilling right here. Yeah, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Got a new video dropping for y'all later on today on YouTube. Make sure you be on the lookout for that. And I got some new posts lined up for y'all on TikTok as well. Alright, we back in business. We back in business. Let's see if we can push down and make some motherfucking money. Let's see if we can push down and make some motherfucking money. GJ's back pushing as well. We're back at TP1 on GJ. Look at how I retested that level right there. Let's see if we can push down and make some motherfucking money on NAS. Let's see if we can make some money on NAS as well. We're going to be on for a little bit longer, y'all. Y'all got any questions, drop them in the chat. When I'm looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. Shovels is still in the live. But yeah, so we just gotta wait to see if we can push back down and hold this level as resistance. Right now, we're still holding it as support. We gotta break back down below and hold it as resistance. Again, we're just simply waiting for volume to kick in. Just waiting for volume to kick in. And they rejected again. Again, this is my only TikTok account y'all see scroll at the bottom of y'all screen. Alright, any other accounts, those are not my accounts. Same thing with Telegrams. Do not join and search me up on Telegram. Only join through my links. If I don't see your link directly or the links in my description, don't just search me up. There's fake Telegrams, there's fake TikToks, there's fake Instagrams. Only join through my links and only hit me up or follow me on that Instagram and TikTok. Oh man, I'm about to hop my ass back in bed in a minute. I ain't gonna lie to y'all folks. I'm about to hop back in bed. I've been getting a lot of questions lately about like my trading schedule. So me personally, again, this is just me personally. I like to trade the first 3 hours of London. So I'll be able to, if I don't take a setup by 6 a.m. like I tell y'all, I wait for New York session. So I look for a setup between 3 to 6. Boom. And when I trade between 3 to 6, I let that play out. But if I don't take a setup by 6, I wait for 8 o'clock, 9:30, right? So that's how I like to go about. I trade 3 to 6, and I go back to the charts 8 o'clock, 9:30, New York open, and look for a setup there. And then depending on the market structure of this news events, you know, there's always some variables that might change it. But for the most part, if I don't take a setup by 10, 11 o'clock, I'm probably not going to take a setup for the day. New York session was. That's why a lot of times when I go live on TikTok, I'm already done for the day. Because that's just how the routine that setups that I take usually play out. I'm usually done before 10 a.m., 11 a.m. most days. But let me move this out the way so I can see this a little bit better. Bumping Drake, rapping family, man. Yeah, I'm literally just scrolling. I'm just responding to messages. And that's the thing about trade. Like I said, like you don't gotta stare at the charts all day. Like I'll take a trade. I'll go to sleep in trades. I might cook something in trades. I go work out in trades. You know what I'm saying? I'll watch some shit on while I'm in trades. Like you don't just gotta stare at the charts. Because again, the market's gonna do what they're gonna do. You know what I mean? The market's gonna do what they're gonna do. Just like GJ Sunday, man. I'm never gonna forget that shit. I knew to go for buys, but I didn't take them sells, and GJ still did what I was looking for, you know what I mean? So, And we're back in business. That's why I say just hold it. SLRCB good shit. We back in business. We're about to hit TP1. We're about to hit TP1. So both charts are at TP1 right now. Both charts are at TP1 right now. I'm telling you, sometimes NAS get camera shy. So, that's why I'm about to end the live. Because sometimes the charts get a little camera shy. They feel the pressure when I'm live. Because they love to do the move I'm looking for once I end the live. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to let these play out. I'm about to hop back in bed. Members, I'm going to see y'all in a few hours when I drop the New York price watch list. Shout out to everybody live. Shout out to everybody's been live since the beginning. Shout out to everybody's been live since y'all joined. Make sure, again, use discount code LOCKED IN. 25% off everything. Use discount code LOCKED IN. 25% off everything. Alright. Yeah, catch you to the playlist. Check out the post. Peace. We out. I'm gonna update y'all New York session, how this plays out, whether that's on my story or if I go live on TikTok. Either or, y'all gonna